Homefront is brilliant. I love the graphics even though they are not the best I have seen. They are definitely atmospheric and also the story is very exciting. The characters are very well chosen and they make this game feel real and dramatic. Rebooting Tomb Raider is the best thing that could have happened to the series. The game is full of story-wise emotions and superbly directed action scenes, and it still has a very strong human factor. I'm rarely this positive about a game. Burnout Paradise. This game is pure fun. It's a do whatever you want to do game. If you have to drive all the way back, have fun doing it. Dead Island. Dead Island is an open-world, first-person view, zombie survival horror with item collection and character skill advancement trees. It's as if Borderlands and Dead Rising got together and had a baby. That baby would be Dead Island. Call of Duty. Black Ops is an awesome game with an incredible action-packed single-player and a great multiplayer. Although there have been no groundbreaking innovations compared to Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, it is still recommendable. Call of Duty, World at War. The single player isn't as compelling as Modern Warfare, but it's still worth playing nonetheless. The best part though is that there's a deep and satisfying multiplayer component waiting for you when you're done. Alpha Protocol is the game of the genre similar to Mass Effect series, but in the espionage setting of post-Cold War war on terrorism. Bionic Commando is a great experience for action fans. Flying around with your bionic arm is lovely and we just love the action which comes out of that. There is a lot of stuff to discover and the soundtrack is superb. The only downfall of the game is that the story is a bit short. Batman, Arksim Origins. Overall, not as good as the previous Arksim games, but still pretty damn good, with a really cool story and the same good old combat from the previous games. Dying Light falls short of Dead Island in terms of novelty and setting, but gains on other fronts thanks to parkour and a crafting system more streamlined and instant. If you love the genre, this is a great game. Alien Isolation. If you want to be in an Alien movie, this is the game for you. Alien Isolation is incredibly well optimized. You can easy run on low-end PC, and if you don't trust me, just watch some benchmark test. Binary Domain is underrated shooter that not getting enough advertisement. The action is good, robots crumble apart as you shoot them. This means locational damage. If you land headshots, the robot will attack enemies for a time. Shoot their legs off and they crawl around. So if you like cover shooters, you'll love it. Syndicate is a decent game overall. If you like Deus Ex, Human Revolution, you will like this. There is a lot of similarities. Storyline is good with some well-known Hollywood actors involved, good graphics and good gameplay. Batman, Arkham Asylum. An excellent game in all aspects. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but this game was so polished that I could see myself getting into the Batman world. As the name suggests, you're Batman at the Arkham Asylum, returning the Joker for the umpteenth time. The GTA clone has his strong points in lots of action and the thrilling setting of occupied Paris during World War II. Amazingly, a GTA clone can be a great game, too, and if you like a hero fighting Nazis, then this is your game. Borderlands 2 is an hybrid video game, successfully combines the dynamics of first-person shooters with the depth of role-playing game. With an Unreal Engine 3 in better shape than ever, the new game from Gearbox Software is visually astonishing. Titanfall 2, extremely fun single-player. Each level has a different gimmick or theme that sets it apart from the other levels. It also provides a great area to learn the movement mechanics of Titanfall 2, so the campaign of the game is excellent. Although it is a little short, the gameplay to the factor Titans are very well applied. Technically speaking, the game has a competent visual, a wraparound atmosphere and well-worked maps. Far Cry 2 is not a game for everybody, neither is it perfect. It requires time, patience, and dedication. Some will be frustrated with the long car trips, avoidable, while others will struggle with the excessive freedom. Nevertheless, the little objections that can be made disappear compared to its virtues. This video game is technically impeccable. It offers a very interesting multiplayer mode. Far Cry 3. By far the best in the Far Cry franchise is Far Cry 3. The game is set in a tropical island, where you control Jason Brody, a guy who has lost everything. Grid 2 is a great arcade racing game. The crashes are insane, the races are intense, and it looks excellent even on low-end PC. Moreover, it presents many interesting car classes and events. The AI is one of the best out there and races are fast and adrenalinic. Grand Theft Auto 4 was masterpiece and better than GTA 5 in many things for its time. Like the atmosphere, storyline, car physics, ragdoll, combat system, parkour and climbing, mods, more realistic crash models, more interior hours, details like picking up props and throwing it. A good game that could have been a bit better. Watch Dogs is an interesting open-world game, featuring some smart ideas. Hacking is a great experience full of possibilities, and the game perfectly combines stealth situations with good gunplay. Singularity. This is a Doom 3-inspired game, with a strong dose of Bioshock and a brush of Half-Life 2. I love this game for the gunfights, over-the-top powers, and to a moderate extent, the characters and story. Vanquish was and is an incredible experience and one of the most original and challenging third-person shooters. 13. The level design of this game with a truly amazing story itself is very interesting and full of action. The game itself is so similar to any comic book or movie. Medal of Honor, Warfighter, cool FPS. Sadly, no further games were developed after this one. Love the series. Ghost Recon, Future Soldier. The concept is great, and this game is definitely designed to be played with a friend. Doom 3 is excellent. It isn't revolutionary, but it does bring a simple and exciting gaming experience with near-flawless precision. Dirt Rally. It's a true simulator, so you will need a wheel, pedals, shifter. But if you don't worry, even with mouse steering enjoyable. And the optimization is superb. If you don't trust me, watch benchmark test that made on low-end PC. Alan Wake is a psychological action thriller, a unique new take in the world of gaming. The game is set in an idyllic all-American small town and its surroundings in the state of Washington. Medal of Honor, Airborne. This game is perfect. I am a World War II geek, and a snob about the games. I always botch the landing, but I love it. It is a great game. Inversion. I don't care if the mechanics resemble the game Gears of War. I have played Gears of War before and I loved it. Fear 2 Project Origin is almost exactly as we wanted it to be, scary and entertaining. Thank you Monolith for sticking close to the prequel and not trying to freshen up the series with fancy new ideas. Medal of Honor. Not a COD beater, but definitely close. This game is about realism, not arcade shooting. The single-player mod is action-packed but short, with only 5 HRS of gameplay. You are in the war in Afghanistan, fighting the Taliban forces in actual operations. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, an energetic new protagonist, a focus on piracy and pillaging, excellent naval combat and a huge, beautiful open world make Black Flag an easy game to recommend. Codemasters has delivered another racing gem with Dirt 2. If you're into exciting multiplayer races, a varied and extensive single-player campaign and racing in beautiful environments, then this game is definitely worth it. For every fan of any type of racing, this is a must-have. If you look well enough, you'll even be able to get this game rather cheap. Was the return to Rapture worth it? Yes, absolutely. Bioshock Games was so ahead of its time when it first came out. Maybe Bioshock 2 is not as emotionally engaging as its first iteration, but at the same time retains the main virtues of its predecessor. It's almost everything we want in a shooter. Both single-player and multiplayer experiences excellent in Bad Company 2. And the sequel is a great step up from its first iteration. The combat is fun, the characters are great, and there is a ton of gaming value shoehorned into this disc. But can it run Crysis? That joke never gets old. Game itself is a fun shooter and really extreme. This game is like half sandbox, and it's really unique. Not perfect, but still fun. The graphics are pretty realistic and the body physics are amazing. Alien vs Predator, way scarier than the original. The graphics are great, and the music and sound effects make for a very enjoyable, if not nail-bitingly. Battlefield 3 is amazing. The single-player campaign is definitely the weakest link, even though it's more than just decent. The co-op missions are fun, but online multiplayer is the main reason you should get Battlefield 3. Bioshock Infinite is one of the greatest gaming experiences I have ever had. Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Another great installment in the Borderlands franchise. The pre-sequel takes things to the next level with a fantastic story, great characters, and new innovative gameplay, which will make you jump for joy. DMC Devil May Cry. Combat and gameplay of this is fantastic. Only problem is the short story and the boss combat, otherwise the game is pretty good. I love the graphics and environment. I run smoothly on i3 with Intel HD graphics. Mad Max is very well optimized, so I really surprised how many people haven't played this game, and I can't understand why. This game is near open world perfection. And the PC version has been so well optimized it could run on a potato PC. 7554. As the first Vietnam game, the develop team did a great work. The cutscene is good. Have lots of guns. Gameplay like Call of Duty. I love this game. Its difficulty is quite hard, nice graphic, good sound and run very well on low-end PCs. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Best Call of Duty game ever. It was a revolutionary game in 2007. The story is so beautiful with a lot of twists. I played it at least 10 times and I recommend this masterpiece. Borderlands. The storyline is original but does not play a big part in the actual game. The biggest aspect of this game is the coup and the mass amount of guns. Dishonored is a love letter to everyone who has longed for more stealth action games in the vein of Thief. Stranglehold is offer a really nice gameplay, not bad graphics. The graphics could use a bit more work, but other than that this game is really fun and for sure worth the money and time. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it, sub and hit the bell if you loved it, and don't forget to tell your friends about my channel. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it.